Nice. Well, welcome to Charles Begley's English Fluency Tips, and we're going to begin a series of Global English Fluency Tips, December 2021. So, let's get right into today's content, shall we? Well, today I'll be sharing 3 major points about growing your English into a speaking way that can be understood all over the globe. In other words, global English. Well, let's begin with the first point. First, it is very important to be mindful that English is spoken all over the world. It is an international language. It is an inter-country language, one country to the next, one area to the next, and there are very many languages around the world, so the English language has very many variations of pronunciation, as we all know. So the first thing would be to be mindful that it is an international, global language and not just a language spoken in one's own country or own area. If we look at the map, we can see, wow, all the way from one side of the world to the other side, countries are speaking English. But they also, many countries do, have their own local language and that pronunciation system. So it often affects the English pronunciation as well. So this is where we're going to concentrate on a more unified or globally understandable way of pronouncing letters, words, phrases, and expressions in the English language. So that's point 2, our unified way of pronunciation. And point 3 would be, let's see here, what do I have written? Oh yes, word usage. Word or expressions used in certain countries have a different meaning in another country. So in wanting to hone our English into more of an worldwide English, easily understood by other nationalities and other countries, we want to be aware of the words and expressions we are using and make sure that they have a wide understanding around the world and not too local. For example, let me give you a few examples here. There's quite a bit of differences in the way people say what grade in school they are in, what they study, how they study, ways of talking about their level of education. Another point would be words used by some nationalities may not be used by other nationalities to ask a question or saying that they would like to know about something. There are some words that maybe countries might use to mean they want to ask a question, but it actually has a very different meaning in another country if they use that same word. So let's try to unify our words in asking and requiring information about things. And then another one would be, unified vocabulary. In other words, words that are spoken around the world to express what you would like to say. There are many differences in our many locally spoken languages, and their dialects. So that gives us an even greater need to unify our pronunciation. Let's see, as you know, English originated in Britain, Europe, the British Isles, Great Britain, and in many other Western Hemisphere countries, such as Canada, the USA, New Zealand, Australia, and yet many others. However, English, as its first language, gives a country a little bit more of a standardized way of speaking for the rest of the world to be able to follow, study, and use in their daily spoken language. So if we're going to copy, if we're going to learn and progress in our own globally spoken English, well, we want to perhaps use those countries as samples to form our English speaking habits. So let's do that. In my videos, I'll be using the American English basic phonic sounds and sentence structures and vocabulary as well. So now that we've established that and what English this will be, let's go to a few more points. This is getting quite long. Are you okay? Stretch and get refreshed, have a glass of water, and keep going. Are you with me still? Please stay with me. I'd like to start by sharing basic phonetic sounds of the alphabet in the American English. This is going to take a little bit of time, so please stay with me. So let's look at the alphabet first. There, in the American, or in English, I should say, there are 4 basic vowels. 5. I said 4. I do mean 5. There are 5 basic vowels in the English language. They are A, E, I, O, and U. You must know this, especially for people who study English in their own countries. Of course, you know this. But this is basic, and I'm starting with basic English for global pronunciation, so please stay with me if I talk about something that you already know. It will only reinforce your knowledge, so let's keep going with that, okay? So these vowels that I was talking about, A, E, I, O, and U, have their own basic short phonic sound, and we use these for basic pronunciation when trying to speak English or decipher how to speak English. So let's go over those once more. The vowels have their own sound. I will say the letter name and its phonic sound. Please repeat if you'd like. A, E, I, O, U, How was that? Did you get those? I'll say them again. Please listen. Don't repeat this time. Listen and see if your pronunciation matches. A, I, Once more. See if you can tell which letter I'm saying. Maybe you want to write it down. A, I, Let's have a word or two with each one. Apple. Ant. After. Oh, those are all as, aren't they? Let's go to the E sound, the E letter with the E sound. Egg. Enter. Elephant. Very good. That's a big word. I is it. Okay. Lips. Him. In. It. There you go. Let's try the O sound. Often. Let's study English often. On. Off. There you go. O has the O sound when the spelling changes. Different pronunciations, but that's the basic sound for O. Let's stick with A for the O. Let's go to U now. Umbrella. Us. Yes, we're studying English together. English practice is good for us. Under. up. There are many words that we can search for and use to practice these phonic sounds. Let's go over them once more. A, e, I, a. Okay, great. Go over everything together, starting from A all the way to Z. So please follow along with me. A, B, B, C, K, D, D, E, F, F, G, G, H, H, I, J, J, K, K, L, L. Some have two sounds, so here we are at L. It has two basic sounds. I'll do it once more for you. L, L, O. We'll go over words later. Let's keep going. M, M, N, N, O, A, P, P, Q, Qu, R, R. R has two sounds also. Let's go over that again. R, R, We'll practice those later too. Next is S, T, T, U, V, V, W, W, X, X, Y, Y, Z, Z. Okay, we're talking about the phonics and not the name of the letter, so we wouldn't say Z there, we would say Z. That's for phonics. Let's keep going. Well, I hope you enjoyed this and that you found some value there, and this will be a help to your English pronunciation and recognizing sounds that other people use for their English pronunciation, and these are basic sounds that you can integrate into your English speaking ability for a globalized English. Okay, this is Charles here at English Tips. And also, I'd like you to give me a thumbs up. If you like this and want more, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll be back in front of you, the video. And also, please turn on your notifications, because then you'll know when I've put up another video for Global English Fluency Tips. I'm so glad you could be here. Stick around for more and keep checking for the newest video. Generally, I put videos up on Monday, but today I was a little bit late because I wanted to make this for you. Please have a great holiday, and I'm looking forward to be with you again soon.